Whiz, whiz, whiz. Whiz, 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 whiz. Hello. Some of you probably clicked on this video because of the weird title and have no idea who I am, and others might have gotten a notification, probably like 2 people that were actually subscribed to me in the past. And you also might be wondering who the frick I am. Well, let me tell you. So, I have a new name now. My old name was Caroline Ruby Mother. We got rid of that crusty ass name, and I chose something very creative that's a little bit more me, WizCat. Because I love Wiz, and I love cats. So, put that together, Wiz and cats, and you get WizCat. I told you I was very creative. But for today's video, I decided to come back with a banger in honor of Valentine's Day, season of love, and make a very necessary video that everyone in the community was asking for, ranking the professors on a tier list to let you guys know whether I would smash or pass them. So the tiers for this video are, I named them myself. Our first tier is Thick Mayhem, pretty self-explanatory. This is the highest tier, the highest honor you can get, because she is the best, objectively. And then the second tier is Headmaster, Master of Head. This title was inspired by the headmaster himself, Merle Ambrose. And then for mid-tier / third tier, we have Hex TC. This basically means that if I saw this professor, you know, I might invite them to the dorms, I might not, but I would only trade them 1 Hex TC. Wouldn't actually have Hex with them, but I would give them a Hex TC, kind of like a little kiss on the cheek. And then we have Friend Zone, which this one means that, you know, they're kind of chill, like I wouldn't mind being friends with them, I'd hang out with them maybe, but I would pass, I'd have to pass. And then our last tier is Cyrus Drake, in honor of Cyrus Drake himself, because that stupid, ugly, bald-headed whore is the worst professor in the game. He's sexist, and he's just freaking mean. He talks all this talk, but he's just bald and wrinkly and old. And he's got an ugly-ass nose. So yeah, Cyrus Drake, automatic pass. That is why that category is named after him. And I just want to give a little disclaimer before I start this video, because you know a lot of people give out disclaimers whenever they do tier lists, you know, saying that I might not agree with who your favorite professor is. If you get offended by my rankings of your favorite professor, if your favorite professor is Cyrus Drake and you would just love to fuck Cyrus Drake, I just want to say that I really don't care, okay? And you're wrong. You're just wrong. The only thing that matters here is my opinion. So just sit back and watch this and agree with me. Here is my dorm decorated for Valentine's Day. This is where I usually trap people and force them to have Hex with me. So we're gonna get on into the ranking. Our first professor isn't really a professor, but he's the headmaster himself, Master of Head. So I'm gonna go ahead and put Merle in. I think I have to put him in Headmaster. You know, he's kind of ugly, but that old man has some experience. He doesn't know me, like he barely remembers anything. You know, when you first play the game, he can't see you, he doesn't know anything. You already know that Gamma gets some mad head from him. But yeah, he's an old man, he's kind of ugly, but I kind of feel like he has some experience, you know? Like, he would be able to satisfy you. So, that is why he goes in the second tier. Then we have Dworgen with his little hump. That look in his eyes is kind of creeping me out. He kind of gives off, like, weird fetish vibes. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to put him in. I mean, he's a chill dude. He's kind of creepy, but, like, he's a chill dude, so I'm going to put him in friend zone. Then we have Mr. Balestorm. I forget what his real name is, but he's a cute little frog. The first time I saw him on my fire, I trained Storm just because he was so friendly. And because I was, like, 10 years old and didn't know any better. But Yeah, simply for that reason, because he is so friendly. He kind of gives off like girly pop vibes in a way, so I don't think I'd be comfortable smashing him. But I'm gonna have to put him in friend zone. Then we have this whore. He goes in the category reserved for himself. See, normally I would find the attitude kind of hot, but you know, he's bald and he's ugly and he's old and he's just kind of fucking mean. Like, I don't know. It's just like, it's not even like a hot dude attitude anymore. There's no like enemies to lovers trope here. He's just mean. He tried to get me kicked out. Like, it's just mean. And that's why he's bald, because he's just stupid. Then we have Mr. Alhazred, the balance professor. You know what? I'm gonna have to put him in Hex TC. That this might be a little controversial. Maybe if I had a little too much to drink, you know, I would give him a Hex TC. I want that crocodile dick, you know? Sure, he might be a little old, he might be a little creepy, but I don't know, I'm kind of feeling it. I'm kind of attracted. So you already know where I have to put Miss Dahlia. Automatically in the thick Maya tier. When I first played this game, I was so happy I chose fire. And I think that a lot of people were also very happy they chose fire when they first saw Mystic Maya. Look at that badonkadonk. Like, I can't say anything else. I literally can't say anything else. Dahlia Falmea is the exception. No straight woman can pass up on her. I'm sorry. Then we have Miss Mulinda Wu. Mulinda Wu, I love her. I love her voice. She's so sweet. But I cannot smash Mulinda Wu with a good conscience. She's just like such a mom to me. So, like, she's super cute, super pretty, but I'm gonna put her in the friend zone. Miss Lydia Greyrose. I'm gonna put Lydia Greyrose in the headmaster category, and here's why. Okay, you guys might think I'm weird for putting her there, but let me explain. Back in the day, you were able to go into the ice school and look up her panties, okay? I know, I was not the only little perv who did that, okay? You could position yourself and position the camera in a certain way that you could look up her skirt and see her panties. And simply for that reason, she's going in the headmaster category, because I know she's a little kinky if she wanted to show us her panties. Then we have Malistaire Drake. I included Malistaire Drake, even though technically he's not a professor, but he was. And he's hot. You know, am I weird for that? I mean, no, but he has to go in thick Maya. Like, I don't know. The first time I saw him, you know, we probably, like, I don't think that they definitely did not intend for us to be attracted to Malistaire Drake. Honestly, I don't think they intended for us to be attracted to any of these characters except for Falmea. Like, I don't know. They were just asking for it. But Malistaire Drake, I just can't help it. Like, he has the painted black fingernails. He just has this, like, emo guy vibe to him, and I dig it. Like, and, like, you know, he went through all those lengths for Sylvia Drake. Like, he just taught me to not settle. Honestly, I'm not settling for any man that would not do what Malistaire Drake did for me. If I had him in the dorms, he would completely abandon his quest, and the world wouldn't be in danger. I would be saving the spiral by smashing him. Yeah. You're welcome. Then we move on to Wisteria. The first Wisteria professor, Ms. Belladonna Crisp. And this is going to be a little controversial, but I personally don't think that Belladonna Crisp deserves to be in the same tier as Falmea. I know that a lot of people are probably going to be mad about this because, you know, she has the same kind of thicky curves, but I have to put her in the headmaster category. Just because, like, I don't know. She's just kind of there. She doesn't have the same, like, backstory, and we don't even, like, see her cast any spells or, like, teach us anything, really. She's just kind of there. So, I'm just not as into her as Falmea. But I do see the appeal. Then we have this Mander, which is the Ember Professor in Wisteria. I'm gonna put him in the Hex CC category simply because, okay, hear me out. He is a Mander, but just look at those hands. like the way he moves them, I speculate that he is pretty good with his hands. So for that reason, he's going in the Hex TC category. Then we have this dude, Chester Drawers. I don't think he's as bad as Cyrus Drake, but I have to put him in the Cyrus Drake because he kind of gives off Discord mod vibes. Like, you see that like crusty little pedophile beard and like the greasy hair. Like, he kind of has that greasy hair look, kind of smelly. Like, I can just tell he smells. For those reasons, he has to go in the Cyrus Drake category. Then we have this girl. She's the Soul Spirit School professor of Wisteria. I'm gonna put her in the friend zone category. I don't really remember anything about her, but her outfit really slays. Like, she's got that feathered boa. I would steal her look. Then we have this guy. I forget what school he's supposed to be from. I think it's the School of Frost. He gives off colonizer British dude vibes, founding father with the fucked up teeth. So he's gonna go in the bottom tier. Yeah. Let me move Cyrus Drake all the way over here because he's definitely the worst. But yeah, I'll rearrange them. But yeah, he's gonna go in the bottom tier because those teeth are just not it. Then we have this guy, this Yeti professor. I think he's supposed to be like the chaos or like myth school in Wisteria. He also goes in this category. Well, I'm gonna put him in the friend zone actually, because he seems like a fine gentleman, but you can also tell he's British because of the teeth. He also has fucked up teeth, so he's going in the friend zone category. Then we have this dog. She's the Equilibrium professor in Wisteria. Hear me out. This dog's kind of a baddie. Like, I swear I'm not a furry, but this dog, like, she's got style. She's kind of cute. I'm gonna put her right here next to Belladonna. Okay, like, listen to me. In another universe, you cannot tell me that you wouldn't fuck this dog. She's kind of a baddie. Then we have this guy, the Tempest professor. I forget his name. I think it's like Thaddeus. But I'm gonna put him in the Hex TC because I would trade him a Hex TC. I might have Hex with him simply because he's got a graduation gown, which means he's educated. And I like myself an educated man. You know, he got a degree, he's gonna make some money, and that's important. I might try to get knocked up by him. Maybe he graduated with a medical degree or something, and I'll be getting a lot of child support from him, so win-win. Now we move on to the Arcanum professors. First we have this dude, the Astral School. He is going right here because he's really creepy and he's bald. He reminds me of the alien version of Cyrus Drake. He's got a big ass forehead, huge. He's got this death stare in his eyes, and he's blue. He's blue. How can I fuck a blue man? You know, I'd fuck a dog, but I draw the line at blue and bald. Then we have Miss Baba Yaga. Okay, now hear me out. I'm gonna put her right here because the way she arches her back tells me that Baba Yaga has gotten her back blown out many times before. Baba Yaga has experience. Baba Yaga probably knows some things. So I'm gonna put her in the Hex TC category. She might give you a good time. Sure, she's got some warts on her face. Sure, she's got that crooked witch nose. And she's old. But sometimes we gotta give grannies a chance. Then we have this fire dude. I forget his name. I think his name is like Fergus or something. Probably not Fergus. I don't think it's Fergus. But Fergus is gonna go right here. I'm gonna put Fergus right there. He's just not very appealing. Kind of short. No offense to the short kings. But Fergus, just not... No, very forgettable, kind of ugly, kind of gives off like lumberjack vibes. So I'm gonna put him right here. And then we have Miss Ione. I don't really like Ione. I think I'm gonna do some moving around. I think I have to take more people out of here. I'm gonna put him right here. Ione right here. Yeah. I don't like her. She's kind of mean. But I see that she is kind of fit. Like, I can see why maybe somebody might want Ione, but she's kind of mean and she's got a nasty haircut. Ione's barber did her so dirty. Then we have this rabbit. She's kind of cute. She's kind of cute. I'm gonna put her right next to the dog. You see this rabbit? See her? She's pretty thick. She's got that hourglass figure, that cute little tail. That rabbit can bounce too. She probably knows how to ride. For those reasons, that rabbit's gonna go right there. Then we have Kisma. I am gonna put Kisma right here. No, right in front of Lydia. Lydia, go over there. I'm gonna put Kisma right there in the headmaster category. Kisma's also got an hourglass figure, and she's a cat. I love cats. Not in that way though. I don't want to fuck cats, but but for in this alternate universe, not because she's a cat, she's not going there because she's a cat. Okay, I'm not like Shane Dawson. Okay. Me personally, I haven't gone black, but I heard that once you go black, you never go back. So Kisma's going in the headmaster category. Then we have this moose. Now hear me out. This moose is pretty sexy. Hear me out, but those broad shoulders, those big hands. You know what they say about big hands. You know what I mean? Those antlers. I don't know if that's what they're called for moose, but me personally, I have not encountered a moose in person, but this moose is pretty fucking hot. He's got a dad bod. He's sexy. I can kind of sense that he's in his 40s, but I kind of like that. I'm kind of into the dads sometimes. For those reasons, that moose is going right next to Falmea. Then we have this chick, the shadow professor, Miss Von Vaptrap. I forgot her last name. But she's kind of cute. She kind of gives off like cute alternative girl vibes, goth girl vibes. I like her. I'm gonna put her right here though in the HexCC category. She's kind of cute. I don't really like remember her too well, but you know, I would see the appeal. And finally, we have Mr. Xander. Casually put Xander right here. Hear me out before you start judging me. Okay, I know he's a koala, but let me list out the pros. He's Australian. You know, foreign guys are kind of hot sometimes. And he doesn't talk, which is really nice. I love when men don't talk. I just love when men don't talk and shut their mouths. So that is why Xander is going right there, because I feel like he would just be quiet the entire time and he would know how to please a woman. Fuck this freaking tree. I'm gonna kill myself. Kind of look at him for a while and you start to see it. If you stare into his eyes for enough time, you start to go a little delusional, like me, and you start to see the appeal, right? Look at those ears, look at those eyes, the nose. He's a koala. So that is the tier list. Just know that these rankings are not subjective at all. They're 100% objective, because the only thing that matters in this world is what I say. 100% true, and this was very necessary to make. This is one of those questions that is very important to ask yourself in life, is what Wizard101 professor would you smash? And if you're gonna comment, this girl is weird, this girl is messed up, shut the fuck up, because I know that you're a liar if you say that you have not thought about smashing a Wizard101 professor before, okay? You cannot lie to me. You cannot say that you have not looked at Melinda Wu and thought, damn, I want to fuck that cow. I'm kidding, not Melinda Wu, but Falmea at least. But yeah, so that's the tier list. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will definitely be making more videos, so feel free to subscribe or report me to PETA. But yeah, I'll be making more videos, and they won't all be like this. Maybe you should try to come up with a list and let me know what professors you will be thinking about on Valentine's Day. Give me your opinions, even though your opinions don't really matter, because the only opinion that matters is mine. And tell me if you also looked up Lydia Greyrose's skirt. when you were a kid. But yeah, feel free to subscribe or unsubscribe if you found this video to be very disturbing. Don't worry, I'm not gonna disappear for 2 years, 3 years now. The world is healing because I'm back. But I hope you guys have a wonderful Valentine's Day. I hope that you start buying that Hex DC from the bazaar so that you can store up and have lots of trades where you give other people Hex. And toodles!